Red flag up for race number 252, the Master 40 woman, V6, 1,000 meters, and we have a black flag. They will have to back pedal, get themselves ready, and stop on that line to start this race, and we are underway. It is 3 turns. This is quarterfinal 1 of 4. Lane number 1, Royal Roaring Wahines from Great Britain. Lane number 2, FNQ Far North Queensland from Australia. Lane number 3, Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa from New Zealand. Lane number 4, Mana Brazil from Brazil. And lane number 5, Team Phoenix from USA. Some great work out there from lane number 2, FNQ Far North Queensland. They seem to be ahead by potentially 1 or 2 strokes at the moment, followed closely by Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa in lane number 3 from New Zealand, as they start to make their way into the last 50-odd metres of this race and into the first of 3 turns. We will get to see some great racing from these ladies, and we'll get to see a little bit of technicals as they tried to navigate their way around these turns as quickly as possible. And lane number 3 has just started their approach into the turn. So too, lane number 2. This should be an interesting look at this stage. Lane number 3, an excellent turn. Lane number 2 went really wide. So too has lane number 4. That may prove costly for them in this first turn if they're unable to get the front of their canoe around really quickly. Lane number 3 has really pushed hard to try and get the front of their canoe around. They've done that. They've come out a little bit quicker than lane number 2. Lane number 2 is coming along nicely, but with 3 seats ahead of the rest after that first turn. Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa from New Zealand are ahead of the game, followed closely by Far North Queensland, but they're going to have to do a bit of work if they want to catch these ladies, because on the straights they can keep that waka moving, they can keep that canoe moving pretty quickly. Mana Brazil from Brazil in lane number 4. Team Phoenix from the USA in lane number 5. The challenge is on from the team Far North Queensland, but the challenge is on, but they will have to try and navigate the second turn. If they can do better in the second turn, they may be able to get a little bit more ground or water back, so to speak, in this race as they make their way down the course now into the last part of this straight race into the second turn. We will get to see a little bit more technical work from all of these ladies. As they approach the turn now, lane number 3, Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa, approaching this turn, and they've started their turn. Now lane number 2 has started their turn. They took a little bit of an earlier approach, Far North Queensland. They are able to get that canoe around. They will have to work a little bit harder because they are being challenged by lane number 4 at the moment. Mana Brazil from Brazil, an excellent turn from this team from Brazil. They have just about got the front of their canoe around, and they are out. Lane number 2 is already out. Lane number 3 out. And this team here in lane number 5 potentially have overshot the mark a little bit. Unsure whether or not they were inside or outside of that buoy, but they will continue paddling, and they've worked really hard, so they'll continue to paddle along. So too, lane number 1, they're still in the race. Royal Roaring Wahines from Great Britain, as that's how they land, that's how they make their way down to the third and final turn for this 1,000 metre course. The run on that canoe in lane number 3 looks really, really good there. They're moving really well, nice. The canoe's moving nicely along the water. Lane number 2, FNQ Far North Queensland. They're still in the race, but as they've already started, they've started this approach while the rest are still trying to get to this turn. Third and final turn at that 250 metre mark. Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa getting the front of that canoe around. It is quite a lot of work to get the front of these canoes around, and we've seen that with many of the other races. But that team just made it look really easy in lane number 3. They're already out and currently a canoe length ahead. But lane number 2 is out. Lane number 4 has just come around. They will be out in 2 or 3 strokes. If they want to try and get that second place or that third place, They're going to have to do a little bit of work, but no doubt about it, lane number 3, Horota Waka Makaiara Hitoa, making a play for the time in this quarterfinals. They'll be wanting to get a good time so that they can get a good position leading into the semi-finals and make for a really good shot in that final. With 50 metres to go in this race, lane number 3, Horota Wakaama Kaiara Hitoa, ahead of the rest of them at the moment. We can see them coming along with at least 2.5 canoe lengths ahead of everyone else. They will take out quarterfinal 1 of 4, followed by the team from Australia, Far North Queensland, and coming in third place in lane number 4, Mana Brazil from Brazil. They will be your top 3 in this quarterfinal as the rest of these teams make their way across the line. Give them a cheer. The team from Great Britain, Royal Roaring Wahines, coming across at the moment. And our final team here in lane number 5, starting to make their way. Last 10 metres, Team Phoenix from the USA. And that will round out quarterfinal 1 of 4 of the Master 40 Women V6 1,000 metres.